Hey everyone, Inferno here, and welcome to the predictions for Digital Circus without knowing much about what's actually going to happen in Digital Circus, because we know actually jack shit about this episode. Joining me today is the good old Josh man. He is back. Hello, funny man. What the you can just immediately tell that we do not script these videos.
It's been 37 years.
I feel like the people that watch my content can easily tell the difference between a scripted video and a non-scripted video. And yeah, this is very much non-scripted, but today we're going to be talking about predictions for The Amazing Digital Circus Episode 7, to which we will probably get a trailer for, whether or not this Friday, then the following Friday. They're a little bit weird. I feel like sometimes the trailer will come out a week before the episode, sometimes 2 weeks. So I guess it really depends.
Yeah, because even now, right, we don't have a trailer yet, and December 12th is 3 weeks away, right? So it will definitely be next week. At the minimum, Glitch likes to drop trailers at least 2 weeks before the actual episode.
Get out of here for a second. I need to talk to you guys. This is actually an announcement that I've been wanting to make for a little bit. I just didn't really know the proper way to go about doing this, because it's not something I feel overly comfortable doing, because I've never done something like this on the channel before, or really in general. So pardon the way I'm coming off doing this, as this is just completely new territory for me, but I have been very indecisive when it comes to whether or not I should activate YouTube memberships here on the channel. I actually made a post a while back talking about it, and a few of you guys have actually commented asking about a potential Patreon or YouTube memberships, and that was a while ago, and you know, I've gotten quite a few subscribers since then, and you know, I really never really thought about doing something like that. I never really knew what kind of benefits I would add to it. But then with things like Murder Drones What If, then with other projects I started coming up with, I thought, you know what, maybe I can do something with this. So I am here to announce that yes, I am going to give YouTube memberships a try, especially with my growing attempt to hopefully one day have YouTube be a career. I know it seems like a huge shot in the dark, but so that I don't have to always rely on sponsorships in the future, this is just another way to support me. As you can see here, I currently only have 3 membership options available. This is very base level stuff. In fact, right now it's currently in review. I am still kind of tinkering with it. There will be, of course, perks that will come over time, including, well, here, I'll go over it. For the 99-cent tier, this is more so just to kind of help support the channel. You'll be getting some loyalty badges, some emojis for when I live stream, as well as shoutouts at the end of every video that is called The Human. And then we have the worker drone status that will get you member shoutouts just like the previous tier, and that will give you early access to new videos, as well as, of course, the loyalty badges and emojis as well. Then moving on to the disassembly drone tier, pretty much everything from the previous 2 tiers, along with member only videos. That's going to mostly just be behind the scenes content. I don't want the exclusive content to be anything like too crazy that is like all must see. I wanted to just be like a little thank you for supporting the channel. Nothing that, you know, is gonna get people mad like, oh, you're really paywalling this. I don't want to be greedy about it. I just want everyone to have pretty much a shared experience on the channel. I don't want all of my major videos to be paywalled, like all of the episodes of Murder Drones What If. Everyone's gonna get that, but people that support the channel and are members might get it like 2 or 3 days early, you know? But that is pretty much it. There really is no obligation. I want to make that very clear. You don't have to feel obligated to do this. This is just something I wanted to add to the channel as just another little thing, as just a way to support me. So thank you for your time, and let's predict the amazing Digital Circus episode 7. So Digital Circus episode 7 was announced really early. Like, oh my gosh, the Glitch Direct was towards the beginning of October, was it? Right? It was, well, not the beginning of October. October 7th.
I think it was like close to mid-October.
It was October 10th.
Yay, I was right, yay. But yeah, no, they did announce that shit early.
Which obviously... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, didn't they announce it at Comic-Con before as well?
Comic-Con was like a day or two before that. And I feel like they really just wanted this to have this Glitch Direct. They wanted to... I feel like they really want to be Nintendo, or they really want to overtake that kind of Disney Nintendo image for indie animation. Yeah. It really seems like that's what they're trying to do here, and I mean, it seems like it's working because, like, the Glitch Direct really, like, sure, it was short, it was sweet. I feel like some people were expecting more from it, which, I mean, they're a fucking indie studio. My God, come on now.
No, like, with the amount that they're doing alone for an indie studio is insane.
They just picked up a Lackadaisy, for God's sake. They are doing so much. Give them a break. This was their first Glitch Direct. The first Nintendo Direct was super boring. It was just, like, 10 minutes of Reggie talking. The first ever announcement in a Nintendo Direct, or like one of the first announcements, was a Shrek music video for the Nintendo 3DS. So I gotta defend the Glitch Direct a little bit here, because I saw some people saying that they feel like it wasn't necessary, and I feel like Glitch did a good job at being transparent about what the company is doing. I really enjoyed that Lackadaisy announcement. It caught me off guard. I feel like it caught both of us off guard.
Yeah. And like, I was expecting it to be something like a game, which I guess we've gotten since then. Kind of.
In a way. But that's not what this video is about. We're talking specifically about the Digital Circus portion of that, and the fact that we are now less than 3 weeks away from the actual episode premiering on December 12th. We have yet to get that full trailer, but what do you think is going to happen? Because really, there isn't much that we can really go off of. Like, we know it's a beach-themed episode, but like, what do you do there? And like, I guess to go off for my first prediction, I really don't think that much of this episode is going to be beach themed at all. I feel like that's a facade. Like, maybe I'm just coping and that I really want to see this show's dark nature rear its ugly head, but I don't think that this episode is going to have like this episode is going to be over half an hour long. We already know that. There's going to be a large chunk of this episode that is probably not related to the beach at all.
I like to imagine it's going to be entirely a beach episode, with the exception of cutting to Jax every few minutes or so for like 5 seconds and then cutting back to the beach episode.
Yeah, and
just to like remind us he's there.
Which I find it funny because, like, your notes are completely different from mine.
I'm like looking at the top note and it's just beach episode, yay, 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 yay.
Yeah, like we are just our minds are just an enigma, and we're just going with the flow. But I just can't imagine that they're spending the entire time. The freaking merch that we got for Black Friday has a depressed Jax dressed up as Pomni. That is 100% with a ribbit. Yeah, that is 100% foreshadowing for episode 7.
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
And so I feel like Glitch is doing a good job at trying to mislead us, and I feel like that's a good first prediction. This episode is not beach themed, or well, it is, but it isn't. If that makes any sense at all.
It's half a beach episode, and we'll get the other half in episode 8 or something.
It's a core. Yeah, no. The second half of the beach episode is actually DLC. You have to pay for that.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, no. Digital Circus was the first game to introduce DLC.
Oh, okay. We may have to go back in time and kill Gooseworks, I think.
Insert that like fucking Mr. Krabs Squidward meme. Like, how do we tell him? Like, gotta.
Steven, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy. Damn.
Oh yeah, that one. That one. Shit. Oh god. But yeah. So what else do you got, Josh? I'm gonna let you go.
I mean, I mostly just know like shit that is probably gonna happen. Like Kane tweaks a bit more and is gonna lose it at some point. Jax either gets a bit or a lot closer to abstracting. I do think we're gonna see something about the ragdoll from episode 5's ending, because since then we haven't seen shit. He showed up like maybe once or twice in episode 5, and since then, nothing.
Yeah.
So no, I do feel like
that's actually one of my next things that I have here too. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, because I feel like he is guaranteed to at least appear in episode 7 to any extent. Hopefully a speaking role.
Yeah, no, I find that so odd that he just shows up in what, episode 5, was it?
Yeah, the end of episode 5.
And he's just not there, and he just yep, he's just there and then not there. He's just just forget about him. Which, you know, it's not unlike Glitch to just kind of, you know, sideline a cliffhanger for a little bit, and, you know, we'll come back to it, you know, an episode or two from now. But, you know, and other shows have done that too. But I'm hoping that, you know, and trusting Gooseworks, of course. Gooseworks is a great writer, but I hope they just don't forget about this guy. Like, what the hell? Come on now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she had, like, the whole series planned from the beginning. Because, like, she had, like, a list of, you know, all the episodes that were centered around a certain character. And speaking of which, this is, like, the first episode in that list where, like, we don't know what character it's associated with. Like, episode 4 was the Gangle episode, episode 5 was Ragatha, episode 6 was Jax. This one, you know, if you go back to that list, there's no one associated with it. Or episode
Ribbit.
8 or 9.
Ribbit.
Oh, it could be Ribbit, actually. Hold on.
It's the Ribbit episode. Or it could just be Jax and Ribbit. Like, maybe Jax just... You know, also, I like to once again point out... I pointed this out before in other videos, but... Jax is just not seen participating in this beach adventure at all. He is completely and utterly depressed. He wants nothing to do with it. I kind of feel bad for the guy, but also like, fuck you. He hurt my girl Pomni at the end of the last episode. Like, there's no coming back from that, I feel like.
Yeah, but almost like it's a defense mechanism, because Pomni was kind of spitting some truth about him being afraid to show like human emotions and stuff. I feel like that's what
Yeah.
he needs though, and he's avoiding doing that at all costs. Like after the episode, it took me a little while to realize it.
Yeah, I
But
feel like
no.
I'm being a little over dramatic there. I'm half joking. I feel like I should kind of point that out just a little bit before I get an influx of comments calling me out. I actually do like Jax. He is a very complex character, I would say, despite what some people may tell you.
I feel like the general theory though is, and it took me a little while to realize this after the episode, was that Jax is just like afraid to get close to anybody again because, you know, eventually he's gonna lose them. That's like almost guaranteed. So that's why he was, you know, kind of pushing Pomni away towards the end there. And I feel like over the course of like the next episode or two, he's gonna like, I do think he's gonna be the one that abstracts and like gets worse over time. And I think the main thing that's gonna cause that in episode 7 and push that is Pomni and Ragatha getting closer, because they were gonna like talk after episode 6 and work all their shit out. So I think he's gonna see them on good terms, and he's gonna, you know, think that he like wasted his chance for it to be him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is, man, I just, that's the one thing. And I feel like another YouTuber recently made a video reviewing, I don't know if you know the YouTuber Cartoonchi.
So familiar.
He made a video recently reviewing every glitch show.
Oh, that one. I think I got that in my recommended.
Yeah, he put it best. But one thing I agree 100% with him on. But one thing that I have always thought that Digital Circus did a phenomenal job at is character writing, and how every episode is kind of like a character study of that specific character, sometimes multiple characters. And we are seeing with Jax how the recent episodes are kind of a bit of a character study on Jax. And I feel like this, like, as we get to the end, we are only seeing him break down as a character, and by the end, like, I feel like if anybody is going to abstract, it is most likely going to be him.
Yeah, it's absolutely gonna be.
Like, he is probably the only cast member. Like, Kinger may be a close second, but I feel like Jax is at this point the likeliest that is actually going to abstract.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see like any reason why Kingo could abstract unless, you know, Zubul saying it in episode 1 is just insane foreshadowing.
No, it's mostly like the whole crazy guy, like he's the one who's shockingly been here the longest. Oh, but by the end he actually abstracts. Anyway, go on.
I am also thinking, right, how, if Jax does abstract, how could they make that like more climactic than when Kaufmo abstracted, right? Because it, you know, the same shit would happen. Kane would just put him in the cellar, and it would end exactly the same. And Goose did say that like all abstractions look exactly the same, so it's not like he would be like any worse or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So, but at the same time, if he does abstract, they can't just like shove it under the rug. You know, it would have to be like it would have to be like an episode's plot or something.
Yeah. And it's hard because we only have 3 more episodes left. They have to really use their time wisely, and like, I'm not worried that there's going to be any wasted potential here. Like, I do think Gooseworks, like, I do trust Gooseworks, but I'd be lying if I didn't have that little bit of concern with the 3 more episodes left being, you know, like, dangling over us, you know. But
yeah, I mean, the fact that Glitch...
sorry. No, you go on. You go.
I was gonna say, like, the fact that Glitch gave her, a whole extra episode does tell me that with that episode, that's all she needs to, like, tie up every loose end.
Yeah. And the thing that kind of, puts me a little at ease is the fact that the source material, people got to remember, the source material, the thing that inspired this story, I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream, is a short story, is a point-and-click adventure game that you can finish within a couple hours. It's not a very long thing to get through. People complaining about Digital Circus being so short need to realize that the thing it's loosely inspired off of isn't very long either. Like,
yeah,
it's not long, and I feel like the people saying it's too short are just complaining because it's so good and that they just want more of it. Like, maybe that's just my theory in a hot take that could very well just be a hot take, but I feel like Digital Circus is going to wrap up nicely. I feel like Gooseworks put it at this length for a very specific reason. She has said that Glitch has given her the exact time that she needs to tell this story. So
yeah. I do feel like the ending might be similar to the ending of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream as well. Spoilers, but like the ending, as far as I remember, was that like everyone else got to move on or die, and one of them stayed behind.
You think it's gonna be Jax?
I feel like it's gonna be Jax. I feel like I mean I don't know how it will tie into Kane. It will tie into like Jax and like Kane tweaking out mainly and glitching the whole thing out. But I do feel like by the end of it, everyone's either gonna escape the computer the circus is in, or the whole system's gonna get like destroyed and they're able to either leave or die.
Yeah.
And I feel like either way, if anyone's gonna stay behind, and I know someone is, it's going to be Jax. I mean, maybe even as like a redemption type thing.
To everyone.
Yeah, because to be fair, he has fucked with the most people. I'm pretty sure the only person he hasn't done dirty at some point is Kinger.
And he's done Kinger like dirty once, I think, in the pilot where he knocked him down the glunk hole in the pilot. Yeah. There was that.
Oh yeah, Kinger's too awesome to stay mad for that.
Yeah, no, he's too cool.
Next up though, I do think at some point we're gonna get like the first hopefully proper CNA lore drop. Mainly because of like in the last episode we kind of got hinted that about with Kane looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
And I know Gooseworks said that the show was like only 10% lore. But like, what better time to give us that 10%? Please, pretty please.
No, you don't you don't understand. She already gave us that 10% in the pilot and in episode 6. Come on now.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, never mind, the theory's out the window. No more lore. Pack it up.
Yeah, no. But I would like to ask the next thing I have, which, there's not too many more things we should really get into. Like, I feel like we maybe after episode 7 gets a proper trailer, we could come back to give even more theories, because there's not really too much that we could really theorize about right now, because we have like a single teaser to go off of.
We'll definitely have a lot more though.
Yeah, so I feel like after this we could probably wrap it up for now. But do you think this is the final adventure, or no? We have 2 more episodes, but is this the final adventure?
Ooh, like the final like casual adventure like we've had in every other episode?
Yeah, like the final Kane adventure. The final.
Honestly?
Yeah, like I don't know.
As much as I would like more, I do also like the idea of episode 8 and 9 being like a 2-part finale.
But that's why I ask this, because why else would episode 9 need to exist? Like, I'm pretty sure Gooseworks has said, like, it was split. Like, episode 8 was almost the finale, but needed to be split into 2 parts. So, you know, episode 8 and 9 is technically a 2-part finale in some way.
Honestly, yeah.
Unless episode 8 and 9 share one adventure. I don't know. Maybe. I'm very lost.
You are definitely right. Like, episode 9 wouldn't... Like, there's no other reason for it to exist. I don't think. Other than it being a, you know, continuation of episode 8, which I don't think is going to be an adventure. Honestly, I could see this being the last adventure, and maybe that's, you know, why it's a beach episode, fan service.
I feel like there's already enough of that with the Made Jax merch that we've been getting. Oh,
but
boy.
We need more.
We need more.
We need an episode with every character in a maid outfit, including Bubble. Especially Bubble.
Especially Bubble. Okay. But I think that's a good place to wrap it up. This is going to be a wild ride. We will probably jump back into the prediction train once we get a trailer for episode 7, which could be this Friday, it could be next Friday. Who knows what will happen. Josh, do you have any last words before we wrap things up here?
Well, I think, as a wise man said about 15 to 20 minutes ago, that's it. Thank you.
You made me...
Follow me on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter. You really know how to make a grown man shed a tear.
I know, I'm just...
Maybe want to cry!
I'm a poet like that.
Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed hearing us ramble on about predictions that could probably come true, but most likely not. Subscribe if you're new here, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on future uploads. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.